Each phase of your life, you experience different things. So at 50, I would be now premenopausal. All through that, you have to make sure that you keep that side of the life alive. Please, we don't have to be wondering, are they awake?
Yeah.
Are they listening? Hurting, go through that phase. But spend the time to deal with the issues as they come. But don't push them under the carpet.
But does it get easier? And
Yes,
how
it
does
does.
it get easier?
It does.
Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs. If you had it back there and you're looking for a smile, bringing hope and joy for a day that was wild. Stuff from the cuffs is here to make things bright. In a world so dark, they're bringing some light. Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs. Go Bria, go Bill, go Bess, go Brian. Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs.
Cufflinks fam, welcome back to another video right here on Stuff from the Cuffs, where we give you fire, fun inspiration, we're real and we're educational. So you would have seen all the excitement and the surprises and the party and this and that and this and that. It's the day, well, the evening, well, it's night now, after the party, and I think Mommy's still trying to come down from it all. How do you feel?
Again, I'm just blown away. There are no words to describe right now. I am gone through the roof again. Thursday was a bomb, and then like a bomb.
Yeah.
And then this one, I thought that was it. But this one, no. Well, it's going to take a time for me to come back
down, right? Well, you deserve it and so much more. You deserve it.
Thank you.
And we wouldn't have had it any other way. But, you know, before we leave, because we're flying out soon, I just wanted to just have a little chit chat. It's a part 2 to our last video, because a lot of you were asking a lot of questions underneath the video as it relates to, you know, being married and being married for so long. So my parents, this year, they'll be celebrating 39 years of marriage, right?
Yes.
39 years, and boy, that is a long time. Almost twice my lifetime. Well, not so long, but yeah, it's a long time. And I think the angle that we're going to take this video from is what it's like being married 50 and over. So you're 60 years old, girl, you look good for 60. Look good, girl, look good.
It's the grace of God.
How does marriage change after you get out of the young phase, you know, the young and your skin, the on fire, and then you start having children? Let's talk about marriage 50 years plus. And we're not talking about being married for 50 years plus. We're talking about being married after 50 years old, because I think sometimes persons don't consider the fact that a lot of changes take place after 50. You're talking about menopause. So many different things come into play, but you're still married and you want to keep everything together. So first, I want to know what it's like. Did it feel any different?
Yes.
When you got to 50? All right, how did it feel? 50 years old and over, being married.
Okay, so when you get to 50, please bear in mind that the body now is going through other changes. So each phase of your life, you experience different things. So at 50, I would be now premenopausal. So I started having symptoms of that. And that is a whole new world by itself. Hot flashes, palpitations. Sometimes you'll feel like the body that you're in is not yours. You have mood swings. Sometimes you just shut down for no reason at all. The whole works. You'll just cry for everything. I'm a very emotional person. And so It's not, it's very easy for me to cry. My tears are very near. But at 50 now, at premenopausal years, it got worse. So you'll be there sitting and just thinking about some things and just start crying without even know it. In terms of parenting, you have already grown your children, and looking at them, you would either feel that you have accomplished or the positive and the negative. What could I have done better? You start looking back and say, okay, now they have grown, they have gone on their own. We're going to be alone now. The nest is empty. So your whole life is going to be changed. It's a new phase. And so you have to recreate, reinvent, you know, because
it's talking about reinventing, because now it's almost back, like you're back to before children, except you're older.
You're older.
How one of the things that Brian and I always stress is the fact that we don't want to become functional, meaning we don't want to just be together for the children. We have to maintain the marriage so that when the children gone,
that is it.
The marriage is still intact. You had 3, well, you still have 3 children. How did you and Daddy manage, or how did you, because majority of the time you were the one with us, how did you manage to strike the balance between being a mom and being a wife and maintaining that unit as a husband and wife, so that, you know, when you pick them gone, you still have that. So it's not just being together for the children, you are still actively husband and wife.
Well, that is a mistake that a lot of couples make. They have made those kind of mistakes because maybe, I don't know, we were not brought up to really think ahead. Like this generation, it's like maybe we thought they were going to be young all the time. We never thought about it. But the important thing is to keep your marriage going. Find time to make sure that you have time for your spouse. Because if it was all about the children, after they grow up and gone, it's like you're going to be lost.
Functional.
So guess what? All through that, you have to make sure that you keep that side of the life alive. I don't know always to describe it, but I don't know how I did it to balance growing the children, working, family life, and still find time for my husband. What we used to do in our earlier years with our children, sometimes we'll take time together, time for vacation without them, and then there were times then we have the entire family. So you just have to make an effort to keep that part of your life alive, because if you put it on hold when the children are grown and gone, it's gonna be a challenge to get back there, and it's like gonna be starting all over. So we just pick up and move on. When they move out, I said to them, well, can I say
live again.
it's time to live again.
Yeah.
Can I say it? We can walk naked in the house again.
Yes, you can. Yes, so
we can do anything, anytime as we please. We don't have to be wondering, are they awake?
Yeah.
Are they listening? So, you know, and I'm happy for the husband that I have. He's very romantic and he's always trying new things, and I don't know. Because I was a shy one. I was a shy one, you know.
One of the other questions that one of our subscribers asked was, how did you get past different challenges in order to ensure that as you got older and more mature, you never had to be going back and backtracking? And that's something that we were talking about today. The fact that, you know, when you get to different stages and challenges, it's important for you to solve it before you move on.
That's it.
Or else you're going to find yourself going back.
That's the key. So once you come up on a hurdle, right, you knock down the hurdle. All right, the physical, there's a hurdle race, right? You call it hurdle. If you knock down the hurdle, in marriage you have to stop. Whether you're going to turn back and pick up the hurdle and make sure it is upright again before you move on. You cannot allow not to deal with that challenge before you move on. Because when you reach maybe 10 hurdles ahead and you have another challenge, it's going to be a compound problem.
Right.
Because it's going to be the 9 that you didn't work on, you didn't resolve. That is a word. You didn't resolve. So each time you come upon a problem or a challenge, deal with it, flesh it out. And I'm not going to tell you it was all Chris and Dandy. Sometimes it's going to take pulling out all your teeth, hurting, go through that phase. But spend the time to deal with the issues as they come. But don't push them under the carpet. Don't let it stay there and fester, because once it explodes,
That's it.
that's it.
One of the things that you told me was that when you just got married, you were not, you tried not to bring up issues because, you know, you never wanted anything to be
Confrontation,
wrong
yes, I don't want
in the
to.
marriage. But you tell me as you went along, you realized that
That's not
not
it
the way.
doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that, because as she rightly said, you know, I was very soft spoken. I never used to hear my mother even talking loud. So my daddy would just
carry on and
and my mother was a soft spoken. So I suppose I got that from her.
That
All right,
was-
never the confrontational type. And so, but as you grow older and as you mature, and trust me, you don't have to experience something yourself to learn from it. Don't try to experience everything to learn a lesson. Look at what is happening around you. Learn from others' experience. Try it out, and I'm sure it will work. So, I mean, as you grow older, you mature, you deal with things on a higher level, more maturely. The Bible says experience teaches wisdom, and so you need to apply that wisdom.
All right, last question as we get ready to wrap up this video. And I know some of you are going to complain that the video is too short. But last question, does it get easier as the years roll by? Because
Yes.
especially in the beginning, it's tough, but does it get easier? And
Yes,
how
it
does
does.
it get easier?
It does get easier because now that you're mature, as I said in my last video, when I malice for 1 week. No, I'm too old for that. I don't have the time. I think my heart can't carry those things now that I'm older. By the way, I'm 60 today. And so I have been celebrating since Thursday. No, I can't afford. Life is short. And as I was telling my children, live every day. Don't wait until retirement. Maybe I'm going off somewhere else. But
That's fine, that's fine.
the level of maturity where I am in marriage and relationship after 39 years, I didn't just arrive.
Yeah.
I have
Gone through
it, pay my dues. Now it's honeymoon time.
again, all over again.
Yes, by the way, guys, I feel like 16. I don't know where 60 is going, but I feel like I'm just like 16 again.
Yeah, awesome guys. Like guys, I wish that we lived in the same country. Otherwise, you know, we would have had more conversations like these. But you know, every time we come in contact, I'll do my best to see how we can get some videos in. And of course, this was a short trip, so we didn't have a lot of time to do a lot of sit downs because it was just a few days, and we've been on the road up and down and all about. So we never really get to do as many videos as I had hoped. But you know, Mama B, the original Mama B, every time we get in touch, we will try our best to do little sit downs like these. And as we get ready to wrap up the video, Mommy, anything you want to say to those who are married, those who want to get married, those who are in marriage and feel like, why something can't come together and feel easier? How would you encourage them?
Nothing in life is really easy. My mother always say, if you want good, your nose have to run. I don't know how many of you will understand that, but nothing in life comes easy. If you have a goal, don't expect it to drop in your lap. You have to go for it.
Go for that goal.
Go for that goal, work towards it, find out the path that will lead you there. Don't take things for granted.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just trust God. Just trust God, and if you fall down and you get a few bruises, you brush off and you get up and you go again. Finish the race, because with God, all things are possible.
And that is coming from a wife of 39 years, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much again for watching another episode of Stuff from the Cuffs. Original Mama B in the house. We start feeling sad already.
Yes!
This is
Separation anxiety.
Oh gosh. This is my best friend, everybody. I'm gonna cry tomorrow when I'm leaving. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that if you're new, like, share, subscribe, leave us a comment, and of course, leave a lot of love below in the comments for the original Mama B. Bye, everybody.
Bless you, everyone. And marriage works, by the way.
It does.
Marriage works.
It does. Bye, y'all.
Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs. If you had it back there and you're looking for a smile, bringing hope and joy for a day that was wild. Stuff from the cuffs is here to make things bright. In the world so dark, they bring us some love.